Yeah.
What's funny comedy?
Big ups to all the greatest comics. Today we paying homage. Red cup sunglasses and the latest garments. Big laughter and deep convo. Talk shit, but we keep it hundo. Big city like a beef combo with peppers. House music and Uncle Steppers. Cussing aunties, ripping stages to running companies. We on the grind, nothing comfy. I got time if you wanna front me. Mindy B, Sean Morgan, KB. Legendary shit like Fields and KG. Major platforms, we airing in HD. New comics and some my season is Bay Leaf. Gotta know the vibe, Chicago is State Street. Platform where ghetto, blessings and grace meet. Peace.
What's funny today? I can tell that my people got something to say. I don't care if you hate, I'm stunned anyway.
What's funny today's show?
I'm a stun anyway, yeah. What's funny today? I can tell that my people got something to say. I don't care if you hate, I'm stunned anyway.
What's funny today's show?
I'm stunned anyway.
Hey, family. Welcome back. Delighted that you joined us for another episode of the What's Funny Today show. I'm Mindy B as your host, and today is the special episode. We got a new comedy production competition coming to the city April 19th, brought to you by What's Funny Comedy. Pop the balloon, find it funny.
Yeah.
Do shit. So listen, we need y'all to stay put for a lot of reasons. One, we need y'all help bringing this event to life. Comedians, y'all may want to join this event, host this event. And we've got 4 comedians that's a part of the competition in the building with us today. So stay locked and loaded. Stay on the social media. Provide your feedback. We got a little time. We can still improvise, but let us know what y'all think, all right? So we're going to get going. I'm going to do a round horn because I got a new set on the building today.
That's what's up.
First, introduce my man, KB. He's the vibe creator. Y'all already know him. I hope y'all already have tapped in with him. He's bringing this event, Pop the Balloon. He's also bringing a festival in September. This is also the 4th season of What's Funny Today show. Booked and busy, no sleep. Mr. KB, Knowledge Beckom, what's up?
Thank you, Mindy. Thank you. We got big things cracking. This is our busy season right now.
Sir.
I'm super excited about what we're doing today.
You can see we excited.
We're bringing some new faces.
Sure.
New faces to the pod. Maybe some new faces to some of our viewers. Some Chicago heat. And then we got a new face on the pod with us today. So yeah.
I'm about to get to it. Look who it is, man. Y'all thought she was just doing the comedy rundown weekly, but today she's gonna be introducing the comedians to y'all. Let's give it up for Jay Nicole, the comedy
what up, Jay?
girlfriend.
Welcome.
Hey, it's your comedy girlfriend, Jay Nicole.
And it's not your real girlfriend
Not
either.
your real girlfriend.
Don't get it twisted. All right, y'all, let's get the show started. So we want to tell everybody what we got going on with this competition. So Knowledge, my question for you before we start, sir, you're already doing a festival.
Yeah.
That's not enough for you.
Yeah.
Now you want a competition.
Yeah.
What you thinking, brother? What's going on?
Well, let's see, Mindy. I think we're trying to build a comedy community, right? So I think the festival was step number 1. I'll even go back before the festival.
Mm-hmm.
When I returned to comedy in 2024 and decided that I needed to get back into the space, I was just going to produce a show, right? Come back, do a show. That's like the basic introduction back into comedy. But that felt like that didn't show really progression. I did a show 15 years before, so why come back with a show? What sort of show could show the return of coming back into the comedy space? And it didn't make sense, so that's when the festival started to bubble. Like, well, let's do multiple shows. Y'all got to bless my man Amon over there.
Bless you.
I had a little virus or something going on.
Coronavirus over there now.
Yeah, got to spray that man down. You know what I'm saying? But the festival was an idea. Let's put multiple shows together. Let's put multiple comedians on the stage. And let's, not that the vibe is not good today, but if we can recapture the vibes from those years where we've sent so many of our funniest comedians to Hollywood, et cetera, like, let's see if we can recapture that. And we did it after year 1. After year 1, came back, did some more individual shows, but that didn't feel like the real right next step. And so the next step in building this comedy community was the pod. right? And so you talked about season 4. I think we're like 36, 37 episodes in at this point that we've had some of the funniest folks that have been movies, TV, et cetera, to maybe some local legends that we've had on this seat and in this chair. And so felt like that's been going well. That's been getting great feedback.
Thanks, yeah.
And if you're a fan of comedy, you watch comedy over the years, comedy competitions have always been a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if you were around 30 years ago in Chicago, you heard of like the Miller Lights, right? The Miller Lite comedy competitions, which we've talked about on here. You talked about who got jokes, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So it's trying to think about how do we do a comedy competition, but like make sure that we're moving it forward, making it current with the times, et cetera. And if you have a phone, you have probably seen a Pop the Balloon love show, not comedy,
For
but
sure.
the Pop the Balloon dating show.
Break down the difference for us, too.
Seen that. And so it made sense to, hey, you know what? Seems like audiences with crowd work, that sort of thing that you see comedians doing now, and it's getting a lot of attention. One, they've always done it, but it's being labeled. And for public consumption now, it made sense that we bring this comedy competition, but also make sure that we have some crowd interaction, engagement. Let's bring both together. Let's make sure we film them, record them, so those people not in Chicago can still enjoy the event, right, and the production. And that's how we got here. And so, you know, we're kind of building in real time, but I'm excited today because we get to see some of the folks who stepped up and said, you know
Well,
what, I'll
brave
compete against my
souls.
fellow
Yeah.
man or woman. So I think it's
Yeah.
dope.
So also, when people are thinking of Pop the Balloon, the love show, it's not going to go the same in the comedy edition, right? So why don't you break down how it's going to go?
Yeah, it's a great question. When we first put it out, I think that's comedians like, damn, you trying to help me find a lady?
Right.
Like, nah,
Help me
that's
find love.
like, nah, I give a fuck less about that. But what we're gonna do is we have 8 comedians that are gonna compete. I don't know how many they have on that show, but we're gonna have 8 comedians that are gonna compete. I love the diverse lineup that we have. We have, you know, Black, white, Hispanic, men, women. So I think it's a good variety of competitors. So the first round, each of the comedians will perform. They're going to be able to do 4-minute sets. So each person's going to do 4 minutes. After round 1, everybody performs. We're going to randomly pick audience members, and they're going to be picked because every person that comes in, audience member that comes in, they're going to get a raffle ticket.
Dope.
So round 1, we're going to call 3 of those raffle tickets, which are the 3 people from the audience that are going to come up, and they are going to pop the balloon of the comedian that they found least funny. Okay, so after those 3 audience members pops the balloon, we'll have 5 that move on to the second round. Those 5 comedians will go through a 3-minute set. After we finish with those 5 comedians performing their 3-minute sets, we will call 3 more audience members up again to pop 3 more balloons. So it gets tougher as you go.
Yeah.
And then that'll send our final 2 to the last round. The last round, each comedian will do a 5-minute set, and we'll call 1 final audience member up to pop the balloon of the person that they did not think was the funniest. And so, so it's dope. I think one of the things that's cool as well is that the winner of the entire competition, it's not a set dollar amount, right? So we're kind of building this as kind of a equity share sort of project as well, meaning that the money changes based on how much comedians, staff, host, we're all responsible for putting people in asses in the seats, right? Because this only really works if we have a good, energetic, enthusiastic audience that's sitting there, right? This doesn't work. We have 4 people in the audience. It kills everything. And so we'll all work together to make sure that you come out, check it out. But at the end of the day, the goal is to make that pot as big as possible so that somebody walks away with $500, $600, $700 for essentially 4, 3, and 5, 12 minutes of comedy.
Okay.
Right. So that's the idea that, and again, this is something we're going to do ongoing. And the plan is to introduce this as a part of the comedy festival in September as well. We plan to have 1 or 2 of these as a part of the programming.
Okay. So I want both of y'all real quick before we get to the comedians, let's talk about how important the audience is going to be for this show. wanting them to have fun. What will happen if they don't pay attention? Rightfully so. If they choose to pop for whatever reason, they can. Why don't we explore the details of what our audience can expect?
Shit, your guess is as good as mine, right?
Pay attention.
pay attention, right? Like if you think about if you watch the dating show, which is crazy, but some people pop like, yo, bro, your J's was dirty.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, for real? Like you pop because my man J's was dirty, but that's why they pop, right? And so with audience members, you never ever know. So one, for comedians, you want to make sure your people are in the building, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, but we're giving the audience member that autonomy to pop for whatever reason, right? Like could have been excessive cursing. It could have been they didn't like your outfit, right? Whatever it might be, right? Maybe they just didn't enjoy your comedy or whatever it might be. They have that autonomy. We're giving them some guardrails to start, right? We want them to pay attention. We want them to keep it kind of comedy based. But at the end of the day, once we set the rules, we set the rules.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it kind of goes from there. So
Try to keep it comedy based. Like Jay, what's your favorite style of comedy, or what do you think? What's the type of comedian that you think could stand out in particular in a competition like this?
So for me personally, I think I would like to see someone that's gonna make me laugh, like for real. Like I want to be like, like, tears coming down my eyes. That's engaging with like some real laughs. I want to make sure there is crowd participation from the comedian, like getting us involved a little bit.
Like crowd work.
Yeah, like a little crowd work. So make me laugh, basically. Bottom line is.
I better make us
you
laugh.
laugh.
Make me laugh. Tears. Laugh.
It's not gonna be the Apollo, but your balloon can get
you know what? And with that being said, it's that's part of why I do want to talk to the comics as well, because competition, sometimes you look at them at face value, it just seems like, okay, cool, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. But you got to think about your set. What material you're going to do, right? You get into, so let's say crowd work, right? I got 4 minutes. I'm going to come up and I start with crowd work. Thing is, you never know where crowd work goes, right? And so you go with crowd work, you get somebody who's too talkative. They done had they 2 drinks before they got there and they doing another 2 drinks. And now they extending the conversation. So you haven't gotten into a joke. Okay. And maybe in crowd work isn't as simple as it looks like. It takes, certain comedians who are quick, et cetera. And so you spent 2.5 minutes talking with this person because it's gone way longer than it should. Now it's kind of messed up your set a little bit. Now I only have 2 minutes. Right. Or you go over and then you automatically eliminate yourself, right? Because you didn't stay within the parameters, et cetera. And so when you do competitions like this, you want to kind of control the environment. So I would say, hey, as you come up, know your 4 minutes, do your 4-minute set and get right to it. Part of why we did this as well, I have had the benefit of when I was managing Rail, stand up at the El Rey, Who Got Jokes, so many stand-up shows that he did, and that would always be a conversation. It's like, yo, I got 7 minutes. And so of all this material, granted, some of our comedians, they're a little newer to the game, right? So they only have so much time, so maybe not as challenging, but you can get folks that have an hour. So it's like, what do I do for that 4 minutes that is going to position me, right? And what do I do first round? What do I save, right? Because I don't want to shoot my wad the first couple rounds and then I have nothing for the final because I'm probably going to be going up against somebody who really has heat. And so all of those things kind of come into play as to how do I pick my material. And so while something like crowd work does make sense,
in a competition,
it can kind of go left, or you find a situation and you kill it, and that can be a thing as well, but it's risky. And sometimes you want to kind of minimize the risk. So it'll be interesting because that's the strategy that comedians are going to have to determine. How do I do this? What do I do?
So I want to ask you one more question because you actually jumped in on something I was going to ask you.
Okay.
But since you mentioned Rail, and then we're definitely going to move on to the next comedians, what's something from your expertise, because you are someone that can really speak to this. You've done it. You've been out there with him. What's something that comedians you feel need to understand early on in their careers? A lot of the comedians could be preliminary, just starting off, just getting their feet wet. What's something that you feel like they need to understand right now that you feel is important?
If I was managing a comedian today, like a one that was on the rise, it's different than, it's different than when I was really knee deep in kind of managing someone, but it always starts with comedy, right? It always starts with your actual stand up and your material, et cetera. And so you have to be kind of an animal about that, right? Because I think what you see with some of the people who have gotten popular online first is that they make a good first step, which is I need to get booked, or I want to get booked, right? I want to actually get paid for what I do. But you see a lot of them fall flat as well because they don't have the material. So now you have to kind of manipulate the show. You can't really headline. You have to host it. And that's cool. That's cool if the ultimate goal is just get the bag. But a lot of the individuals, when you think about, we've had so many guests on, like the George Wilburns and the Damons and I mean, all of those guys from, Evan Lionel, right?
Yeah.
There was not even a career path then. So when you were doing comedy, you really was just doing it like, I love to make people laugh because I'm doing it before Def Jam. I'm doing I don't even know where this leads to per se.
It's
I see
crazy
Eddie
to think
Murphy.
about that, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now it's so clear as to what can I, how I can leverage comedy to make money, et cetera. But I think if you go that way, we don't see it today, but I think in 5 years we'll see, damn, you remember,
Yep.
right? But there's always going to be more and more content creators coming behind you, et cetera. So I think the safe bet is to always make sure that you get your comedy chops into a place that you can actually go do stand up, hold attention, be funny, all of the basics. And that's not easy, right? That takes like a lot of dedication, et cetera. And so again, part of the competitions I wanted to, sometimes we've had guests on, I'm always looking for like strategy, right? Whether it be your career or how you move, or I think we asked Coco that our last episode, just in terms of how have you maintained and been in this space for the last 30 years working? Because every comedian would. And oftentimes it's not all about talent. It's about those other moves. And so even though these are younger comedians, I want them to start to think about some of the things that you have to think about in addition to the funny when things like this, like opportunities come in front of you. Shout out to Niche, shout out to Cousin Tier. I see they're all going to be doing their half-hour specials with Kevin Hart, et cetera. But now what's that 30 minutes? Because now you wanted that opportunity. You got to have a hot 30. You don't want to just have a, right? Because this 30, even though it doesn't happen like the 90s, this might shoot you off into another space, right? And so this is a very early look at how do you pick material, how do you do the right jokes based on what it is that you're doing and what platform that you're on, right? We had Shula King on. He did America's Got Talent, whatever. He's done that, but you got to think about what material you want to do, because now this ain't riddles, right? This is a national audience. You might have agents, you might have it. So what material am I going to choose to do on this platform? And what can I even do, right? Because at the end of the day, you got to go through a process to even get there. And so we're starting that process and helping them to kind of think about that. And I think big picture, that's what the festival is about. The festival is about kind of giving information, giving opportunity. And this is just another extension of it. So, but I got a question for y'all, right? So I was talking, we were talking earlier, we were talking about the festival. And as myself, Rail, we've talked about kind of the vision of the festival and what we want to do. We absolutely want to give opportunity to Black and brown comedians. Rail kind of talks about his experience of even those festivals that he's participated in over the years. There was never really focus on Black and brown talent, right? It wasn't, right? If it was, they give it one show, it's late at night, and you knew what it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got them in the back room and it's going to be funny as hell, but we're trying to make sure that we give the information, help folks get recognized, opportunities. Rail just hit me today earlier about an opportunity that we want to try to see if we can use some comedians from the festival for, et cetera. But I also know, again, just in today's time, it needs to be, or I believe it needs to be, relevant to the audience. It needs to kind of find the audience where they are. Not that the comedy shows that we were doing 25 years ago, 15, 20 years ago aren't relevant, but if you can add something to it that's a little bit more relevant of today, I think it makes sense. And so I know for both of you, as you kind of came into the world of what's funny, that kind of got you more involved in comedy on a local level. But I don't think either one of you really hit comedy shows like that really prior to going to or getting involved with What's Funny Comedy. So I'll start with you. Give me your history, your background in terms of going to shows, not big shows, Erie Crown, Chicago Theater, just regular rooms. Did you go?
Okay, yes. So I remember going to What That Do Wednesdays to see Real.
Yep.
Because Real used to pop out at this club where we was kicking it back in the day.
For
called
sure.
Wet on Wednesday
For sure. I remember Wet.
You remember Wet?
He'd be in there promoting.
Yes. And believe it or not, my buddy Sean Morgan.
And Sean Morgan.
Sean used to invite us out to shows all the time. Now, I cannot tell you the name of that room that Sean was at. I feel like it could have been Riddles because it was back like early 2000s.
Okay.
Could have been Riddles. I can't name that. But it was one or two. Now, you always get me with I used to go see, D-Ray at the improvs and stuff like that. But yeah, like going to a room, it's a comedy room or, regular juggler night. No, but I hit Real spot up. And that's the crazy part. Like with this competition, like, man, we want y'all to take this seriously because not only is Knowledge somebody that's in the game, doing the work, bringing platforms to the city, but like you don't never know who's the next Real, who's the next D-Ray. We watching them now at this point, but like when they get there, they was on this competition. You know what I mean? This could be the next Who Got Jokes. You know what I mean? The next Miller's competition. So this is exciting.
Yeah.
Jay?
So for me, I was talking to you guys earlier about my first show was actually at UIC, and I saw D-Ray.
Okay.
So before D-Ray is D-Ray now, I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
But he made me laugh. Tears, like I say, like I'm laughing with tears. But like that was my first show. And of course, the Sean Morgan
Sean,
and then seeing Rail in clubs, because we used to be in the clubs.
Yep.
Rail promoting, like, y'all have to come to the club.
Flyers and all.
Flyers and stuff. I'm like, who's this guy? Whatever. But my first show was at UIC. It was some type of event that UIC was having, and D-Ray was there. And then we recently went to go see Howie Bell.
Howie.
Boom, boom.
Let me tell you about Howie Bell. Okay? He had us laughing from the time that from the time he got on the stage.
As he walked
from
out
the
on
time
the
that he got
intro.
on the stage to the time he got off the stage. He even made up a song.
Yeah.
And we went
Oh my
home
God,
singing.
was it?
Was that Let's Get It Together?
Everybody, yo, get it
That's a
together.
that's a classic Howie Bell joke.
But yeah, so
I'm glad you brought up the universities too. I'm gonna shout out one more comedian. We're going to the next guest comedian, Jay Deep. Jay Deep used to come to Illinois State all the
Jay
time.
Deep, yep.
And he
Shout
was
out Jay.
hilarious too. So comedy shows was big when we was on campus too.
Yep.
But not like we in it now though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any more last remarks before we bring up the next comedian?
No, I just want to make this point because you hit on a jewel. And again, it's a little bit before I got involved in comedy, but that whole promoting yourself kind of came through D-Ray, right? He was maybe Evan before then, but D-Ray is who I know, I know Rail, Michi kind of learned under. And he had obviously one of the most legendary rooms here, Riddles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? You would think Riddles was a black comedy club, which it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just he had a Sunday,
Yeah.
and the Sunday was that thing, right, where he's doing 2-3 shows on a Sunday. But the promotional piece, right, as we're getting ready for this Sunday, April 19th show, again, we're promoting it as a What's Funny brand, but also we're asking for the comedians to promote as well. I think that's a piece when you see kind of in earlier episodes and you see kind of Rail and Sean get a little contentious, that's what kind of Rail really means is that, because I used to be like, damn, bro, like after What That Do Wednesdays, I'm to the crib, I got to go work, whatever. He like, every night he going to the club.
Went to the club.
Every night. But he's going to the club to promote. He gonna party. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he does, but he is promoting. I used to sit and watch him at the crib because he used to live in my building. Promote on MySpace for MySpace. So we really taking it back. 8-9 hours. The man wake up in the morning and start inboxing people. He didn't know all these people. Just start inboxing about getting them out to a $5 What That Do Wednesday open mic until that joint became packed out. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Oftentimes now I think that this thing makes you like lazy, right? Because you feel like, yo, I can punch it. Oh, I see my likes. Man, you scroll. I like so much stuff that I really don't know what I like. They be like, oh, you liked it. I'm like, bro, I was in the tap game. I get some exercise. That's about it. And so I think that sort of grind to get people out, and I think it's even more difficult now that's what I always appreciated again. And that wasn't what everybody was doing, because most times you're just relying on somebody else's show. But that allowed him to build his own brand, build his own audience, which he has today, right? Because anytime he comes to Chicago, it really ain't about the movies and so forth. He got all of those people that he met at them clubs back in the day, who's going on or whatever, that still enjoys a little rail show.
Yep.
And it ain't about just they're only coming because of this. He still has that core audience. And so I think that's something that also the comedians will be challenged to do as well, is you got to get your people out, right? Perform is one thing. That's a big piece of it, because I got to go ahead and get my comedy chops together. But I also have to get people to come check me out.
Especially for this
right?
competition.
That's important to you, because that gives you energy and confidence, right? Your people roll with you. But then also the person putting that together needs to see, oh, wow, they can get people out. You're always going to be a favorite or a friendly of a club owner, et cetera, when they know you can do that. And so glad you mentioned that. I just think that's something that's missed, because people weren't necessarily seeing that. So I know you want to bring our first guest in.
Let's get it cracking. Y'all ready for the first comedian, the first brave
bring
soul?
him in.
Let's get
bring him
Julian
in. Let's get him going.
to the stage.
Hey,
the stage,
Julian.
the set. Whatever you
Julian,
wanna call
what's
it.
up? What's
Hey,
up?
Julian.
What's up, Julian?
Go and pull that mic in.
Pull that in.
You know, I'm a kind of virgin to this. I'll say that. You know, pretty
All right,
doubt.
Julian, go ahead and state your full name.
My full government name
Full
is
government.
Julian Flores Velez. I have two very Hispanic of me. There you go.
Welcome, bro.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's
Happy to
a
have
blessing. Very blessed
Happy
to
to
be
have
here.
you.
Thank you.
All right, Julian, let's get to know who you are. Julian, where are you from?
From Chicago, Illinois. Born and raised.
Born and raised from
Where
Chi-Town.
at? Where in Chicago?
Albany Park. That's where I grew up mainly.
North, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Where'd you go to high school? That's a Chicago question. Where'd you go to high school?
The best in the Midwest, Steinman's College
Steinman.
Prep.
I would have guessed Diamonds. I would have guessed Diamonds.
We are not cheaters, okay?
All right, Julian. So what made you want to be a comedian? Like, you saw something and was just like, what makes me want to get on a stage and be a comedian?
Well, it was mostly my friend back in 2020. He said that just always listening to me babble about my life. He said, man, you have some funny stories. Like, you should go on stage. And I just understood how hard it was to be a comedian. I always listen to comedian podcasts like The Church of What's Happening Now, Joey Diaz, and him always explaining, like, man, it's a grind. It's hard, like, to go on stage to tell these stories. And to be honest, I was like, it's not for me. But then last year, around this time, I was like, you know what? It's going to be my birthday. I just want to see if I can make some people laugh. I had some funny stories. So I put 2 and 2 together, and I did my first open mic, and I enjoyed it and got blessed with a lot of other things after that. So that just drove me.
Dope, bro.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any mentors that are comedians that are like kind of guiding you a little bit to work on your craft at all?
Yes. So there's this one guy. He's in California named Killjoy. Also, this beautiful woman, Cantonese. They call it the Cantonese mother, Kiki Young.
Okay.
She's they've been very supportive of me and everything like that. I've also Mike Knight. I also could always reach out to him. He's always very helpful. He gave me a book about like how to be a comedian and everything like that. So, you know, knowledge is key. So, you know, I'm very blessed.
I agree with that.
Like of course, knowledge gonna agree with that. Knowledge. I see what you did there.
Where's your favorite? What's your favorite club room to kind of perform?
Man, to be honest, so far has to be either Laugh Factory or Comedy Bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why Laugh Factory, a comedy bar?
Well, Laugh Factory, man, it's just so legendary. Even like stepping in the green room, I just felt nerves just seeing all these pictures of all the legends performing there, and to get to perform there was amazing. And I know that every time you go on that stage, you gotta bring something to the stage. You can't just go on and just be like, you gotta bring something to the stage. Bring your material, like you guys been talking about. So, and the comedy bar is just so fresh. You see so many new comedians like OJ Lamont go on there hosting, killing it every day.
Yeah.
Shout out OJ.
Shout out OJ. What is it called? And then I experienced the What's Funny Comedy Festival last year, and it was so nice to see that coming up. So I'm excited to perform April 19th as well.
Come on now.
All right. Now,
That's
we
what's
were
up.
talking about you being on stage. So let's talk about how your first time being on stage, what did that feel like?
Would you say open mic or my first time ever performing?
Anytime.
Okay,
You
well,
stepped on that stage.
I say I'm gonna talk about my first performance, because right after I did my first open mic, I got blessed to an opportunity by 360 Comedy to perform, and
Shout out to Cherie. Yeah.
shout out Cherie for real, because she took the biggest chance on me ever, as just not knowing who I am and bringing me on stage. And I actually closed out the show at the Laugh Factory, which was super scary. But I brought
Got through it.
I brought the flame. I brought the flame. I brought the fire.
There we go.
I closed out that show strong.
How
And
much
Cherie-
time you do?
7 minutes.
Okay.
And that was like my first time doing 7. I kind of lied to Cherie. I was like, no, for real.
Might as well tell him right here.
I'm sorry,
He wanted to
Cherie.
get his foot on.
She was
foot on the
like,
stage.
Won't be the last one.
yeah, she asked me like, "You have 7?" I was like, "Yeah, I do. Not I do not have 7, but I came up with that 7 and I delivered. So very blessed."
That's what's up.
Cool. So let me ask you, how are you preparing for this competition?
Well, honestly, going to open mics, really cleaning up my material and everything, just going over notes, putting things together. I know there's 3 rounds. Most definitely determined to get past that first round. I got my
Period.
people coming.
Come on
so
now.
There we go.
I want to get past this first round so bad. So best believe every 4 minute, 3 minute, 5 minutes, I'm putting everything together so that I could, be ready for every single, step. If they don't pop my balloon, don't, please.
You got to pack that room with your friends, like you said. You
Oh,
say your
best believe
people
I
are
will.
coming.
So you got 12 minutes of heat.
12 minutes, fire.
A fire.
Ooh,
Okay.
No question.
okay, he
All right.
ready.
Coming with it.
So are you coming out the box with your hardest 4? Pause. But are you coming out the box with your strongest 4, or talk us through your strategy?
Honestly, I think all my 12 is fire. No, I'm just playing.
Hey,
No,
He's like, I can't pick one.
that's
no,
real.
to be honest, I'm coming out with heat. Like heat. I would say most definitely I'm bringing a little strongness and then a couple jabs. That's how I always think about the way I perform is, especially with a Chicago crowd, it's so hard to entertain because everybody's funny. You know, everybody's naturally funny. So it's just when I get on that stage, it's like I'm shooting jokes out like a machine gun. So y'all gonna see that April 19th. Come bring your little sexy ass on.
Damn.
Dope.
Hey, bring your sexy ass on. That what you said.
Yeah, bring your little sexy asses on.
Let's
Okay, all right.
let's
Any
get
last,
his
questions?
socials and all that good stuff.
All right.
Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Julian_FV21. Julian_FV21.
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all seen Julian. Let's give it up for Julian.
All right,
Yeah, yeah.
Julian.
Thank you so
All
much,
right,
you
we're gonna
guys.
get ready for the
Wait.
next comedian, y'all. All right, let's bring Harold to the stage, to the set.
Yes, yes.
Harold.
Harold P. Yeah. Coming in with the energy. Coming in with the energy.
Great
I seen this one, Festival 1. Y'all better get ready. Go ahead and state your full name, Harold.
My full
The
name
government.
is Asajimujobo Nanyiwa.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Harold Pierre.
Oh, okay.
That's me. Yeah, Harold Pierre.
That's the third time you done that to me.
Pierre is
You
your
got me
last
every
name?
time.
No, my last name is Hosley.
I was about to say, I knew you did it like the
See?
women do it. You know what I'm saying? Ashley Diane.
Yeah, right.
Like Harold Pierre. Okay.
Harold Pierre Hosley, yes. Yep.
All right. Harold, for those who don't know, where are you from?
From the west side of Chicago. I'm from the Austin
West
area.
side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What high school?
I went to Crane High School.
Crane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now-
me and Real,
I was just about to say that. Where you in like y'all same year?
same year, yeah.
Oh wow.
He was part of my crew. That was he was one of my crew members back, you know what I'm saying, the days. We had a whole little crew, WTS. So yeah, he was part of the crew. Yeah, we was real hip hop.
What a crew.
We was hip hop to the bone back in them days, tagging under L stations, all of it. So yeah, he was part of the crew.
But you didn't, because I kind of knew a little bit, but obviously he came right out of high school, started doing stand-up.
Yep.
Did you do the same or?
No, man, I was a football player, so I was a scholarship athlete. I was chasing the NFL dreams back in those days.
Okay.
So I kind of like started comedy kind of late.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I was 30 years old when I started comedy.
Got you.
Okay.
So yeah, I was trying to be Emmitt Smith, bro.
Okay.
That's who I was. I was trying to be Herschel Walker back in those days. So nah.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to a couple of different colleges, but I spent the bulk of my time at UAPB.
Okay, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
But I
Okay.
went to Missouri Valley. I went to a couple of different schools, William Mary. So
Okay.
I was all over, all over the nation for a while. But yeah, UAPB. That's what I rep. So that's my school. Yeah.
No doubt.
Okay. How long have you been in the comedy game?
I actually been doing this 16 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Salute, bro.
16 years. It's been a while. I've been full time for about 14. So yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite, those 16 years, give me your favorite comedy moment.
It's weird, right? Because one of my favorite comedy moments is it was actually a bombing moment for me, right? So this was when Jokes was open,
Okay.
and I got up. So I used to feel confident every Wednesday when I used to go to Jokes, and so I tried a roach joke,
Okay.
and I was actually the first comedian that went up.
Gotcha.
So I tried the joke, and Marlon was the host. Marlon Mitchell, shouts out to the world's famous Marlon Mitchell.
Marlon. Shout out Marlon.
Shout out Marlon.
And
Our
he
host.
brought, and
Our
he
host.
showed me exactly what comedy was that night. He brought that back. I bombed.
Right.
And he brought that joke back for 12 comedians. You better not do what that dude with the roach joke did. And he just kept bringing that back. And then afterwards, all of us, we just waited around. It was Willie Lynch Jr., your frat brother, bald head. And it was right after Marlon moms had died. And we just was outside and we just had a roasting session. And it was just like, I felt like I belonged at that time, even though I bombed.
Right.
And I was with Willie and Baldhead and Marlon. And we was outside the Jokes till like 1 a.m, just having this thing. And it was just about them consoling Marlon with his mom and all of that. And it was just one of those type of moments that I always kept right here. I'm like, yo, even though I don't really mess with none of them, but you know, you know all this trick. But no, it's just one of those heartfelt moments, you know, that I feel in comedy, you know.
Oh, dope. Okay.
dope.
So
I
what
like
made
that.
you want to be a comedian? Like when did you wake up like, you know what? This is what I want to do.
You know what's crazy? So Real had a show. Because I used to follow Real around. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was at like one of his first, at the Lions Den, the first time he ever performed. But he had a show. I can't think of the theater right now. But it was like at a mini theater. And so afterwards, we was outside in front of the theater. And we was just having like a little roast session. And Damn Fool was the one that pulled me to the side. He was like, man, first he asked Real, who was I? He was like, man, who is this dude? He was like, man, you funny, bro. And he literally pulled me to the side. He was like, man, you need to get on stage. Later on that day, my homeboy was like, man, we thought we was going to have to whoop Damn Fool ass. Man, what was he over there talking to you about? And I was like, man, he was just basically telling me to get on stage. He was like, nigga, we've been telling you that for years. Like, you supposed to have been on stage. You supposed to have been on stage when Real got on stage. But you know, yeah, that was kind of like how I and then my 30th birthday is how I kicked it off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I did like a whole big ass production at my house. I had like 70 some people show up, all my family. And then that following Wednesday came up. I went to Jokes. It was Real's last night. Hosting was my first night performing at Jokes.
Dope.
So stories.
The big question of y'all, what, WTS?
Yes, WTS, yeah.
The crew. Was Real the funniest? Were you the funniest? Who was the funniest of the crew?
I mean,
Keep it funky.
no, what I would say is this was what was weird about Real to me. Like Real always was funny. He was always funny. He always had these little ideas on what to do. But I would think that Real would say I was the funniest just because of like how I would always say whatever came to my mind all of that. I was just like this big, bold type of dude. I wasn't afraid of nobody. I just was, if I had something to say, I said it.
Yeah.
So, I would say me, just me being just like,
Hey.
but you know. But Real, I mean, obviously his concentrated comedy is obviously 10 times ahead of mine because, I'm a little bit slow to the beat. I've been just doing these little times. So I'm catching up. But I mean, back in those days, just being like roasting charismatically hell yeah, I had his ass 10 times. So,
I think that's something that people miss about comedians. You just assume everybody is what they call on, right? And a lot of times, I think even as I started to get to know Real, it was like he don't be on like that, right? He just chill, and you be like, oh, homie's a comedian. Now promoters pull up like, is he good? Is he straight? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, he's straight, bro. Like you ain't heard him talk, you ain't heard him crack no jokes, and then he go up in there and transform on stage. And then you have some comedians like, shout out to my man K-Dub. It's hard for me to even have a conversation with K-Dub.
He's always,
because the man always roasting, always just like, bro, I'm trying to book you, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool out. But you nigga, you ain't got no money for me, nigga. It's just like, I can't even really get a conversation off because that's
like
how it moves.
Like the ill wills and those kids. So it's like that whole little, that's that for something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get that because I kind of get that kind of same thing. Like I like to sit in the back of comedy clubs when people don't know that I'm either the headliner or if I'm on the show or not, I'm just in the back chilling and I'm just listening to what people have to say. Sometimes they saying stuff about me. They don't even know who I am. And then when I get on stage, they're like, that is the dude we was talking about.
Right.
And then I mention like, oh, I see you was there or something like that. So that's kind of how, it's an on-off switch kind of thing. Who could be funny all day? I mean, yeah you can, but why? You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't funny,
So how do you prepare to get on the stage, like before a show? Like, do you have to have music? Do you have to just be in?
I mean, usually I kind of try to listen to like a set of mine at least once before I get on. At least when, and if I'm feeling really, really down, I put on the Sounds of Blackness. Be optimistic. For some odd reason, that song gives me, like if I'm just in the mode, like, man, I know I'm obligated to go and do this show, but I'm not feeling it. And then even me listening to my set won't give me the boost. I say, man, let me put this on. And then really, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling, let's get it.
And that's superhuman of you to say, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, sometimes you need your boost. Everything is not going to just be, funny. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're trying to be funny to people, but everything is just not about being ha.
So comedy competitions, have you done them before?
Yeah, I've been in a couple of them.
Have you won any of them?
No.
Okay.
I came close to and won at Jokes some years ago, but I mean I haven't been in like a whole like 10 or like a lot of them, but I came close to and won at Jokes one time before. So yeah.
So do you have a strategy for Pop the Balloon Finding Funny? You got a strategy you're gonna employ?
Most definitely.
Okay.
I mean because since we got 4-3, obviously my strategy is just to probably like buy all the tickets.
Okay.
My people.
Smart.
Hey.
Yeah, that probably would be the best strategy. If that don't work, if I can't get the money, just basically go up there because I know I got 4 minutes, I know I got 3, and I know I got 5. So I, strategically put it together, hope, see how the 4 goes. If the 4 feels like, oh, they want more crowd work, then do it with the 3, just switch it up a little bit. It depends on how the actual 4 minutes go.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
That's a major key you given to a comedy competition is you can rely on just the funny, but it's also great to pepper that audience with your people. I can't remember the stand-up show but they came to Jokes and Notes to scout. And I think they came on a Wednesday, and Real had been doing What That Do Wednesdays. And they really weren't coming to check for Real, or maybe they weren't coming to check for him and they really didn't know about him like that. But the room was so Real centric that like coming to the stage, they kind of like, okay, all right, maybe they just do that, right?
Yeah.
But every joke, every this, like, because the crowd knew his material. And so you got these people that they don't know this thing. They're just seeing this dude being funny, but this crowd having this amazing response. It's like, all right, he was just hosting, but we need him on that. And so sometimes you don't realize, like, even something like this, we're doing it at the comedy bars downtown. Who knows? Somebody may pop in, whatever, who's traveling, they're here doing this, and that. And they're there, and you've put 60 people in the audience, and they were just coming, but now they're like, yo, they were funny, but they must be something because the crowd was such. So when you can stack
That
the deck, you
reaction.
absolutely should, because in comedy competitions, it's important, and it's all, it's super important in here because, hey, all 3 rounds, maybe somebody from your crew
Yeah,
might
there,
get
and they
Get you
keeping you
there.
on pop,
Yeah.
right?
And that was some of my motivation too.
Okay.
To even though I know I'm kind of like what they would call a seasoned comic, and
Yeah.
most of the comics that's here is kind of like new. That was like my motivation. I'm like, I'm gonna get in this competition just to show like some of the steps of how this goes, even though I'm not a new comedian
You gonna
per
show them
se.
how it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, of
I put a
course,
little pressure on you, too,
I'm winning
though.
that money.
So like this was Vegas,
I'm winning
you
that
being a
bread.
seasoned
I'm
vet,
winning that
the money
bread,
be on you.
man.
So if you
I'm
don't,
winning
you don't
that
necessarily
bread.
take it home here.
I'm winning that bread. I mean, I already got it spent, so it's like,
All right.
Oh.
Where can we find you on social media or any platforms that you may be on?
Well, I'm on IG at Fresh Comic, all one word, Fresh Comic. I'm Facebook, Harold Pierre.
Okay.
Twitter, Harold Pierre Comedy. You can look me up on YouTube, Harold Pierre 312. Okay. So I'm all over the nation. So
It ain't hard to find them.
Ain't hard to find. Well, good luck, brother.
Good luck.
We
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
pulling up.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for pulling up. All right, let's get ready for the next one. All right, y'all, let's get ready for Casey coming to the set.
All right,
Casey, all right.
I gotta say set. I keep saying stage. It's the set.
Yeah. You getting ready. You
I'm
getting
getting
ready.
ready. What's up, Casey?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Pretty good.
How you doing?
Good.
How we doing?
We feeling good. Go ahead and
Yes,
state your
sir.
full name.
I am Casey the Icon. That's my government name.
Okay. The government is the icon.
Yeah, Casey the Icon. That's me.
All right, before we jump in anything, I don't know you, but I think I first saw you at Bar 10.
For sure.
And it's like, damn, Casey the Icon. Is that like when T.I. did the King shit? Is that give me the concept behind the icon? That's pretty bold.
When I first started doing comedy, it was Funny Casey, and that kind of just felt like just too like typical, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm also an artist, so I do logos and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
So I kind of design icons, but I'm also an icon. So it's kind of like a play on the
Okay.
words. So I was just like, I'm Casey the Icon.
Okay.
Okay. Love that.
like that.
Love that.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
so
me.
I've been asking everybody where they're from and what high school are they? What high school did you go to?
So I'm actually from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I moved here about 11 years ago. Indianapolis, yeah.
You said
And
how
I
many
went
years ago?
Probably 9 years ago. 9
Okay.
years ago. I moved here 9 years ago, but I went to Lawrence Central. Y'all probably don't know where that is, but it's in Indianapolis. Yeah.
Yeah, don't know that
Far
one.
East Side. Shout out to y'all.
You follow a woman up here?
No, I just came here.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Nah, man. I just wanted to chase the dream, and I originally was moving to Gary to live with my dad,
Okay.
and to just save up some money with him, and then move to Atlanta.
Okay.
But he was like, "Why you going to Atlanta? You got like your backyard. You got Chicago in your backyard, like all the comedy spots, Second City,
Yeah.
Laugh Factory." And I had never really been to Chicago as an adult.
Okay.
I was like, all right, fuck, let's do it. I took one night. My birthday, he brought me here October
and I just took the train everywhere and I got lost. And then I just fell in love with Chicago from then. And then I just started
How
working.
could you not fall in love with Chicago?
Yeah, just working, saving up money. And then that's when I found, everything like Bar 10, like you said, Bar 10, Leon Rogers, the Laugh Factory, all of the comedy scene, the culture here. I just fell in love with it. So I just stayed with it.
So you came to Chicago specifically for comedy.
Yeah.
That's dope,
Chasing
bro.
my dreams. Yeah.
That's dope. That's
I
dope.
was in Indianapolis. I was literally like, I will die if I stay here. And I got to go somewhere else to change my life. So that was it.
Okay, so you were saying like you're chasing your dream. Like what inspired that? What made you want to be a comedian?
So I'm kind of like a comedy nerd. I grew up in the YouTube age. So when all my other friends was looking at videos of like football highlights and stuff like that, I was going to look at the Def Comedy Jam. Like I was watching that all the time. Like that was what I watched. And then my mom knew I was into comedy. And one day they brought me a CD from Arnez J show that they went to. And it was I Got Problems in Chicago.
Okay.
And that special that he did changed my life. Like literally I remember watching it and I was like, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Wow.
And that's it. Ever since then, I just kept on going into it, trying to figure out comedy. I dropped out of college for it. Like I was in college. They asked me to do an open mic. I had never did stand up before. I was just funny around my friends. I did that open mic for college, and the host didn't show up. So they was like, Casey, you want to host the rest of it? I only had like a notepad. I mean, like a sticky notepad of jokes that I had.
Okay.
After that, I was like, all right, I got to figure out something for the rest of this time that I'm hosting. I started just going off the top of the dome and I had people just cracking up. Like it was a moment. And to the point that my speech teacher from college, he was there. He gave me a passing grade just because I had did that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So ever since then, I was just like, all right, this is what I'm supposed to do.
So how many years you been doing comedy?
It's been 11 years now. Yep.
11 years.
Yep.
Okay.
So
11 years.
I've seen, talk about your comedy. Like talk about I've seen you do impressions.
Yes.
Is that where you lean more towards? Like Reggie Reg, you know Reggie Reg, right?
Yeah, I know Reg.
Yeah, so like a Reggie Reg or, Jay Farrell, or is that just something you got in your bag but you don't necessarily lean on?
That's just something I got in my bag. That's kind of how I was popular in high school and like in college as well, as I would do different voices. E40, of course, everybody used to say I used to look like E40 because I was chubbier. So I just started doing that voice and I started doing other voices. And then when I got here to Chicago, Leon, he kept on messing with me, saying that I couldn't do my Denzel right.
Denzel, right?
And then we kind of like started doing this little like, he would do that before bringing me up, like, hey, don't do it when you get up here. Basically telling me to do it. So I kind of use that as like my last like punch.
Got you. So why don't you make some comedy history right now on the What's
about
Funny
to
Today
ask you.
show? We've never had anybody do and what is it, impersonation or impression? Which one is it?
Impersonation.
It's both.
It's both of them.
It's
yeah.
both?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's both.
Yeah, why don't you give us your Denzel? I've seen it, I think, a couple times.
Okay, all right, okay, hey, yeah. We up here. What's funny? I love that. I know what's funny. I know what's going on. Yeah. We got the comedy girlfriend. All right. She ain't your girlfriend, but she's somebody's girlfriend. Okay, all right. Yeah.
All right, let's get it. All right, brother.
Okay.
That's coming along.
It's got some work, but yeah.
Saw you early on. I'm like, damn, that's rerun. Like that. No, this shit.
So I wanted to ask you, is this your first time being in a competition? And if so, how are you preparing for this competition?
This is not my first comedy competition.
Okay.
I've done a few of them in Indianapolis. I've done probably like one or two here. And to get prepared, I've been hitting more open mics, just making sure I can get my 5-minute set strong. Make sure my 3-minute set, if I have one, is strong. Just making sure that my set is strong and catching up on, like, making sure certain words, just picking certain words, if that's what I should say or what I should not say. Which facial expression am I making in this moment? Those little ticks that I'm doing right now. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And yeah.
Outside of the comedy, obviously, is, that's the number one thing. since you've done competitions before, is there a next important thing to you? Like when you're doing a competition, is there something that's like next to the comedy, right? The funny, like I need to make sure I do this because it's a comedy competition that maybe you don't focus on as much when you're just doing a regular set or going up or whatever.
I think I heard you saying it earlier is like, when I go on the stage, I want to make people laugh and cry and like get that emotion out and forget whatever else is going on in their life. Like I've been through a lot in life, and when I see comedy, when I saw Arnez J, it was like everything else didn't matter. It was just like, this is just funny. It didn't have to be about politics. It didn't have to be about whatever was going on right now in the time. It was just, he was just funny. And I've always wanted to kind of replicate that. It's just bring that funny energy. So,
Dope. Dope. Well,
no matter what you laughing at.
It is socials.
All right, so where can we find you?
You can find me on all platforms at Casey the Icon. CASEYTHEICON. No underscores, none of that, but just Casey the Icon.
Okay.
So as we you gonna win?
Oh yeah, that's over.
Who are you gonna go against in the finals based on who you see?
It's gonna be me and Sheldon. I already know that.
That's
my boy. That's my dog.
And you gonna take Sheldon down?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit him with one of them jabs.
That's my dog. I love it.
That's my boy.
We're gonna get some betting numbers on the sides.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Get a pot going.
It's gonna be so much fun. I'm falling in love with everybody coming up here. We super excited. Let's give it up for
Thank y'all so
Casey.
much. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. All right, let's get ready for the last comedian that's present today on set, comedian Dat Damn Dee Dee.
Dat Damn Dee Dee.
Come on, Dat Damn Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Dee Dee, coming in, punch it. Come in the competition.
Hey, I love them pearls.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Pull that in. How you doing, Dee Dee?
I'm good.
Go ahead, state your full name.
Comedian Dat Damn Dee Dee.
Okay.
Dat Damn Dee Dee.
Dat Damn Dee Dee, period.
Pull it up a little more, Dee Dee.
Pull up some more?
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Don't put it in my mouth. No.
Lord have mercy.
Dee Dee coming in punching.
Already.
I know, I do too much, I know.
All right, Dee Dee, I've been asking all of the comedians where are they from and what high school did you go to, just to give
Originally born and raised Chicago, South Side.
Okay.
Where about?
Over there on, you probably on the Burnside area, Cottage
outta here.
Grove,
Yeah, Burnside.
Stony Island.
My daughter's mom grew up
Yeah.
on 91st University. So
Yeah, but now I'm a suburban girl. So
okay,
a little
yeah,
bougie.
Burnside. And I lived in I grew up in Grove Heights, so right.
Yeah.
Grove
Yep.
Heights, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That damn Dee Dee.
That was
All right.
stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, Dee Dee. How long have you been?
What high school you go to? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I
Harlan.
didn't get that part.
I went to CVS first.
You went to CVS
Yeah,
in
but then I
Harlem.
got transferred out.
Oh yeah.
And then went to Harlan, yeah.
Yeah, that's 95th
Why did you get
Street.
transferred out? What was you doing? That damn Dee Dee.
Not me. Listen, life was life.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mom knew had to transfer me out because my brother knew was bad.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. For
Because I was
protection.
trying to mix it with
Enough
that
said.
damn Dee Dee.
Enough said. That's it.
Yeah, I had some problems over in Burnside. I got to talk to you, Dee Dee. Like, this may be the interview I always wanted.
Oh, goodness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dee Dee, how long have you been in the comedy game?
Well, I started comedy in October, right? A year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a year ago. And
October 25 or October 24?
24.
24.
Because
Okay.
25 made a year. But I
Okay.
really wasn't really into comedy. I went dive deep into it July 17th.
What made
this
you
summer.
dive into it that day? What did it?
Something traumatic happened again.
Mm.
And so I just was like, I went through therapy
Okay.
and I'm just like, you know what? I need to turn this pain into purpose.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I seen how laughter helped my mom,
Okay.
you know, when she had cancer, and my dad, how he used to make everybody laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend was like, you need to go do comedy.
Mm.
And I got on the stage and it was like a adrenaline rush.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were like a little jokester around your friends, and they were just like, you know.
I'm the clown.
Okay.
I'm the one bringing life into everybody.
No,
Yeah. You feeling down?
I'm the jokester in my crew, so.
I'm going to lift you up. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Okay. So
Is there anybody, Dee Dee, that Did you go to comedy shows before you got into comedy? Like, were you hitting the Chicago
I went to
comedy
Darren's.
scene?
Darren's
Okay.
was the first spot I went to.
Who was doing Darren's, if you remember at the time? Who was hosting?
That's where I met Ronnie Funny George the first
Ronnie
time.
Funny George.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
shout out Ronnie.
And so I never forget. He made me feel so. I was like, oh my God, no, you didn't come for me. You don't come for me.
Right.
I'm new. But you have to have a backbone in order to be in this game.
Okay.
So
That was your first time performing?
Yeah, yeah. It was an open mic.
Before then, like, did you go as a spectator? Did you go watch comedy at all?
No.
You did not. Okay.
So your first time, basically, you did an open mic and you got up on a stage.
Yep. And when you make everybody laugh, oh, it feels so good. You
So
be like,
it went good the first
Yeah,
time. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
that's why I kept going. I kept going.
Okay. I do want to ask you, do you have any type of mentors that you're following? So you've been in the game for a year. So like, who's helping you along your way? And is this your career path? Like, you just really, this is what you want to do?
Yeah, this is
For
it.
sure, for sure.
This is it. I know for sure it is. Because the way it's going. It's
Okay.
too smooth.
Okay.
Diane Quarter,
Oh, Diane.
B.
yeah.
Cole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out B. Cole.
I could
great
name
group.
so many.
Great
Elephant in
group.
the Room, Entertainment took me under his wing. They see something in me, so they just grab me. You know, so I'm like, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any women, larger name comedians that you would say, you know, obviously you all are unique and individuals, but like they influence you, right? For whatever
Just
reason.
niche.
Just
I
niche.
am not kidding you. This lady, when I see her, she's just different.
She's different.
You know, her
no doubt
comedy
about it.
is different. She intelligent.
Yeah.
You know, and she's one of my role models. I told her that.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
I love
Shout out to you,
Nisha.
Nish.
Shout out to Nisha. I think we mentioned that she's shooting the her 30-minute special on Kevin Hart's
Kevin Hart.
platform. But
Mhm.
just Nisha is that. Like, I
She
think
is.
when I kind of was in comedy, involved in comedy from like 2006 to 13.
Mhm.
And then I kind of took like 10 years off where I would dibble and dabble, talk to real here and there, but I wasn't really in the comedy clubs or what have you.
Right.
But I knew Niche was out here and I knew she was bubbling. And but I didn't know, really hadn't checked her out.
Right.
I think once, maybe a little bit before the festival, but like how talented she is. Like, I think she may be one of the most talented. And it's hard. You never try
Yeah.
not to say it too tough because you don't
I
want
know,
to put
right?
that on somebody.
Yeah.
But like
Hardworking
naturally funny,
Naturally.
super hardworking, super creative. Like even right now, I was just tripping. She talking about how you square up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw
Like
that
that's such
too.
a silly ass Chicago. how you square
it's
up.
perfect
but
for her.
It's
on
a
TikTok.
it's oh, it's a
perfect.
trend.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. But
Yeah.
she's just always she's working. She's creative.
And then you know how you see
lot
people,
of talent.
you see people on TV or social media, but when you meet them in person,
Yeah.
this person is like that in person,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
real.
Yeah,
You know,
she's good
funny.
people. Yeah,
This is who she is.
Yeah.
So that's what I really love about her.
it's dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out Niche.
All right. So I do want to know, how are you preparing for this competition? Like, what is, I've never seen you actually in a comedy show. So what's your style of comedy first is what I want to ask.
I call myself the mom of comedy.
The mom of comedy.
Yes. I do a lot of jokes about family,
Okay.
children,
Okay.
you know, because I'm a mom of 3, single mom.
Super relatable.
Yes,
Okay.
life is lifing.
Okay.
So it's like my therapy on stage. But what I want to do is what I'm doing right now, because I do host shows.
Okay.
I'm the host of open mic on Wednesdays, Fridays. So I get to prepare myself from that point.
Okay.
But then it's like, I feel like I'm not preparing myself because they already know Dee Dee funny. I think they look forward to it because they like, this girl got too much energy. She gonna come with something. So I got to go somewhere else and let someone else see me. So that's my duty
Do the
for this week and
unexpected.
next week is go somewhere else where nobody know me
Okay.
and do my jokes there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got some jokes. I got some hitters that I'm ready for.
All right.
That is
Y'all
dope.
got any more
Have you
for me?
ever performed at the Comedy Bar before?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Comedy Bar, Laugh Factory, House of Blues.
Okay, okay.
yeah,
God
but-
damn Dee Dee. All right.
The Babs, that's what really got me. It was like 50 comedians. And I was number 6'1". I was like, wait a minute, I'm new. What?
Oh,
You did get out here quick. You got it cracking quick.
Yeah,
All
I
those
thought
places.
she was doing it for
Yeah,
quite
you
some
create
time.
create some motion.
That's dope.
So you said you have done comedy competitions.
Yeah, I did what?
You
2.
win? Did you win?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Out of 50.
The last competition you did you win?
Babs, yes.
You go,
So you
girl.
got a streak going. Are you gonna win this one, Dee Dee? You confident?
Yes.
Dee Dee coming for
Yes,
them.
I'm
On a
coming
scale
for
of 1 to 10, where's your confidence level at that you're gonna win?
10. I'm coming for it.
I love this.
Yeah, I'm bringing everything out the bag.
She
baby.
said that
so
with a
excited
straight
for
face,
this.
like she's not.
I'm bringing
pressed
everything
about
out the bag,
anything.
baby.
She said it to all the
Yes, I got a
cameras.
bag of tricks for you. And tricks are for kids.
I love it. That's what's happening.
All right, Dee Dee, if we were looking for you on social media or any platform, where can we find you?
Comedian Dat Damn Dee Dee. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
DATDAMN. DEEDEE. Not THAT. That. Damn
Love
Dee Dee.
it. Love
Yeah,
it.
let 'em up.
Let's give it up for Dee Dee, y'all.
All
Dee
right, Dee Dee. Thank you for pulling
Before
up.
you leave,
job.
Dee Dee, your because I don't think have you seen her, Mindy, before?
I have not had
So-
the opportunity or the pleasure yet.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm
So
looking
you're
forward.
of this show, the 4 of you, Harold, Casey. Well, I haven't seen Julian either,
Okay.
but I haven't seen you. For our audience who maybe haven't seen you or they're not in Chicago, what have you, funny is obviously what you know everybody for. Like if I was describing Real, he's funny, but he does a lot of character work, right? Mom, dad, etc. And so he gets into that bag. What's your? I see you got energy. Is
Yeah, a lot of
energy that
energy.
thing that I kind of that burst off stage to people? Or when somebody like who doesn't know Dee Dee and her style, like beyond funny, what else?
It's my energy.
Your energy, okay.
I mean, as soon as I come on the stage, I capture people's attention. You know, like I don't know what it is. They just don't sway away.
Right.
I just keep them. I keep them going. Like I'm like at first when I first started comedy, but I told you I've been watching Be Cold, Diane Corder, all them, and I learned how to present myself on stage. I learned how to calm down because I got too much energy. How to pause for a minute and let them laugh because I kept going.
Dropping it.
So
Like
now
this.
I know how to flow with it now.
Okay.
You know, give them a chance to laugh at that joke. Go for the next one. But I'm different.
Different is good.
Yeah, I'm
Different is good.
all
So
the
you're gonna win
Yes.
per you. I'm not saying that.
I'm
She said
gonna
she's
win. I'm telling you this.
Who are you gonna be competing with in the finals?
You know what? It's some people. We got some people.
We got some people.
So I can't even say no names,
Okay.
but I just want them to know I'm coming for all y'all.
I take that.
I'm just gonna give. I'm giving my best.
Dope.
That's it.
Well,
we
best
love
of luck, Dee Dee.
Thank you.
Thank you for pulling up.
again.
Thank y'all.
Thank you for pulling up.
Looking
Looking forward.
Thank you.
All right. Well, y'all more excited now or what?
Man, I'm more
hyped.
excited.
No, for
I'm more
real. Like
excited.
I'm more excited.
I am like I'm
oh shit.
I'm
I'm
like,
so
man.
happy that they all like jumped in. Like these the first people that jumped in that decided to do it. And you know what was dope?
What's that?
You noticed that everyone that started knew they're going straight for the stage. They went
That's
straight for
right.
the stage.
It's a good call out. That's
They
a
went
good
straight
call
for the
out.
stage and they watched stage comedians and they know who they, who their, who their influencers were.
Right.
And it was the stage. I thought that was dope. I'm like, man.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Like even with like Casey's story in terms of coming to Chicago,
Yep.
because like that's the mecca. You hear Dee Dee talking about her, mentors and B. Cole and Diane Corder. Like it's so much to take in and learn. And so like early on, I think we first started the pod, we heard a lot of this beef and angst and old and new. It's just like, yo, there's so much if you're a newer comic, there's so much to learn. But even for the Seans of the world, there's actually so much to learn from some of these folks in terms of maybe what they're doing with their phones, et cetera. So like you just make a stronger Chicago community. And so you kind of kick things off asking about what we're doing. That's what I found out of everything. I just didn't know how missing it was.
Yeah.
When we did that first year, it didn't matter, from people who had been around for a while to newer people. It was like the community that we created where like people were like, yo, we ain't got together like this since Jokes and Notes, which you heard Harold talk about, like being outside, like that was a common occurrence. And it just doesn't seem so. And maybe it's because of all of these cliques and they influences and this and that. But the beauty is when you all kind of come together and work on something. So I'm happy that the festival, even this, you have, they're competing, but they're coming together to create something great for the audience. And that's really the goal of the competition is hopefully they can pull some things out of it. They can do some things outside of just going up to an open mic, but like, all right, I got to actually prepare. I got to use some strategy. We're going to go up against one another, but I got to look at where I'm performing and the audience is a little bit more diverse. These are all important things. You would have a lot of comics that were dope on the South Side, but they really couldn't go North, right? Because that was a different audience. The jokes don't really transfer. It's a little different now because I think comedians, you have laugh factories, comedy bars. You didn't have those back in the day, right? Everything was just South or West.
Yep.
And that's a different sort of comedy. And so I think that things like this will help to kind of create that community. And I think at the end of the day, the audience wins. Like Chicago, people win at the end of the day if we do what we do right. And so I'm glad that we were able to do this. Wish we had the other four to kind of feel that vibe as well. But I'm glad that we got this done.
Jay, any last things you want? Any last remarks? Anything that excited you about like the comedians coming up before we wrap up?
I like that we took the time to get to know them.
I think that was
each
dope.
Because again, like I haven't seen any of those comedians stand-ups. So I like that we took the chance to sit down and get to know them and see how they're going to be preparing to see who's going to survive.
They're confident.
Competition. Yeah,
I like the confidence in everybody.
They're
for
not scared. They're ready to go today.
Today. Any last remarks, KB?
No, we just want I'm glad we did the episode. I want, if you're watching this and you're in Chicago, pull up, right? It's a group effort. The concept can be dope, the comedians can be dope, but it's really what takes it over the top is a dope audience, right?
Absolutely.
And energy and people being in the building. And I think when that happens, it's going to come off on film that much better. And when we're able to get this content, all of the clips that we're going to be able to create from that night, from that show, I think is going to be amazing. And so I think that we're on to something. And the reality is this group is a newer group right outside of Harold, but even Casey's been around for 11 years. This wasn't really just an amateur event, right? So the goal is, hey, there will be, because if you got a big enough bag, people will come, right? We're starting off at the Comedy Bar, but be different if we do it at the Harold Washington and the bag is $5,000. Because if you're a comedian in Chicago, I don't care if you're doing 30 years, you're like, I want that $5,000.
I want that $5,000.
Right? So at the end of the day, this is not amateur hour. This is going to be about creating something that works, that the audience loves. But at the end of the day, it's going to be available, And again, we'll always match up the comedians so we don't have, Marlon Mitchell at 30 years with somebody who's been in it for 3 years, right? We don't want that. We want kind of competitive sort of situations. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited. This has made me more excited. And I'm happy to see that they're being students as well, right? Because in terms of they know how much time round one, round two, sometimes you can, and shout out to them, because sometimes I've been involved in enough stuff that comedians like, what we got to, like they don't have any of the details, which just lets you know that they're not taking it seriously. I appreciate all of them have a level of seriousness that they're approaching this with, which is a big part, right? It's a big part of making it in this game. A lot of times people just think funny. It's an element, right? That is an element of it, but there's so many other elements that you need to be locked and loaded on. And so this is going to be a good time.
1,000. All right, y'all. I'm super thankful to all the comedians that came on. I want to thank the Comedy Girlfriend for stopping by the studio to kick it with the comedians today.
Pulling up.
Thank you guys for having me here on this special episode.
You did great. Happy to have you. And KB, big thank you for everything that you're doing in the space.
Indeed.
In the comedy space, for real. Like the festival, the competition, and really just trying to help, and it really shows. I hope everybody takes your expertise seriously. Continue to tap in with us. I hope that y'all watch for the full episode because we're going to be looking for feedback. We want to see comments. Comedians, if you want to join us, host this event, this production we plan to keep in rotation outside of the festival. So we need y'all participation big time. Stay on the social medias, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you know the drill. And if you watched in full, please subscribe and tell a friend, especially about this show as well as the competition. What's funny? Today's show, absolutely sure to tell you. Peace out.
Peace.